Oh,
That's
Baleno.
That's a Baleno.
You want to get a taste of the Maybach?
I will show you who I am Baleno. It's melon Baleno. If you give lemon, we'll make lemon juice.
Goodness gracious. Boy, oh boy. This thing is a rocket. So guys, we are having the time of our lives. Actually, I mean, these guys get to drive it daily. For me, it's once in a lifetime. I mean, I am so thankful to Mahavir AMG Performance Center. So this made my day. Like it was a hectic day, back-to-back shoots, and there was an early morning shoot, and there's travel coming up tomorrow. But this is like wiping everything off the charts. And there was no idea that I'm going to vlog. I was so tired that there was a morning car launch where I was the guest, and then I had to rush to this place to experience this. And what awaited me is pure bliss. I mean, the Maybach EQS is beyond imagination. It is the pinnacle of luxury, and they've also made it the pinnacle of performance and the pinnacle of EV SUVs, you can call it, because massive wheels, huge road presence, the signature Maybach legacy, and then you have all the electronic aids that are going to suffocate you. Look at the screen, the MBUX infotainment system. Look at this massive, it's like an IMAX screen on the dash. Look at the mood lighting right over here, the ambient lights that pulsate and kind of lift your mood after a hectic day's work. Look at the double stitching on the dash. It actually redefines luxury and takes it to, that's what Maybach is all about. And the steering wheel is a signature glossy, that Maybach finish, and the Mercedes logo sits proudly in the center. And then of course the Burmester sound to immerse you in crystal clear audio. And then of course you have the main showstopper, that is the heart of the matter, which is the powertrain. So we have the battery pack here is a 122 kilowatt battery pack, and then which offers a range of 611 kilometers, which is like you charge once, you're sorted for a month if you're driving only in the city. So that's the kind of stupendous true range, because it shows me 80% here, and the range what it shows me here is 508 kilometers. So that actually talks about the true range or true capability of this mammoth machine. It's like a blue whale on steroids, dare I say that, or it is like a blue whale being propelled by rocket propellers, because once you step on the pedal, you can't say step on the gas because there's no gas in here, but you can step on the accelerator pedal, it literally shoots you across like a cannon. You feel like a cannonball that's being shot out of a cannon, or you can say it'll launch you from here to the moon in a matter of seconds. That's how you feel. You feel as if you're in a space shuttle. You're in a NASA training program experiencing that unbelievable G-force. Now you can get a glimpse of that, and if you can show the dash, you get a glimpse of it by changing the different driving modes here. The dynamic select, and once you go in this, I don't know what's happening. Okay, we'll try to get into the dynamic drive modes. Okay, let's get into the old-fashioned way, and yeah. So this here you have different this thing. You have individual. So once you get into individual, here you can change the settings as per your this thing, dynamic select. The steering is set to comfort. You can set it to sport, where the steering weighs up. The suspension is set to comfort for softer this thing suspension. But if you put it to sport, it will be stiffer. Maybach, I believe, is a mix of both. And then the drive, the engine map, the drive is set to comfort. That you can set to there's no engine here, but at least the response is set to eco, comfort, or sport. We'll set it to sport now, and then of course unleash the madness. And of course, if you go back into this dynamic select and switch to mode, everything switches to mode, right from suspension setup to the steering sensitivity to the the way the car responds. And then you have a missile on four wheels that is waiting to be launched. So we don't want to be a little careless here, but at least to give you a glimpse of the acceleration. We're looking for a small empty stretch, such that because there's a lot more traffic on the highway than expected. So we'll try to give you a glimpse of the acceleration. So this is what it is capable of. My God, we're there in a matter of seconds. In a matter of seconds, you're there before you know it. That's how incredibly fast. It's lightning fast, and I'm not exaggerating. Lightning is the only word that you can use to express yourself when you're dealing with such kind of finesse and such kind of precision and speed. And look at this go. Goodness gracious, we're in triple digit speeds in no time, and at the same time the agility, the handling, the road holding capability, I mean, it's right on point. It doesn't budge an inch. It just goes where you want it to. And we're doing breakneck speeds. And even in that, it feels as if you're in complete control of this modern mammoth space shuttle on four wheels. And that's what makes a Maybach what it is. I mean, it's luxurious. It'll pamper you with luxury and, the premium feel. But at the same time, it'll shock you with the kind of performance it has lurking underneath, and the precision, the attention to detail, the suspension, the damping, and the handling. Everything is right on point to make your jaw hit the ground. And that's just giving you a glimpse of this beautiful automobile that has been ruling the segment for decades, and you can say even a century. A benchmark, icon that cannot be shaken, or that cannot be taken, that spot cannot be taken by anyone. That's for Maybach for you. And I'm so feeling so glorious for now, being behind the wheel and riding into this, driving into the sunset with this beautiful automobile. It's as if it's from the space, or it's as if it's from space or Mars, or maybe ahead in the future. That's how technologically advanced this is. And at the same time, it is so easy to drive even for a layman. And that's what makes the engineering prowess of Mercedes so amazing and so brilliant. So my ప్రకారం చూడొచ్చు, దీంట్లో రెండు ఎలక్ట్రిక్ మోటార్స్ స్టాండమ్గా పనిచేస్తాయి. ఫస్ట్ ఏమో మనకి నార్మల్గా వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఒకటి ఫ్రంట్ మోటార్ ప్రొపైల్ చేస్తుంది, ఫ్రంట్ వీల్ అన్న ప్రొపైల్ చేస్తుంది, లేకపోతే రేర్ వీల్ అన్న ప్రొపైల్ చేస్తుంది. బ్యాటరీ మనకి మాస్ సెంట్రలైజేషన్ కోసం మధ్యలో ఇవ్వబడింది. సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ గ్రావిటీ అనేది పర్ఫెక్ట్లీ ఆప్టిమైజ్ చేయబడింది. సో అదే మనము ఇప్పుడు థ్రాటిల్ చేసినప్పుడు చూడండి, మొత్తం ఫోర్ వీల్స్ అనేది మనకి పవర్ అనేది ఇది ప్రొపైల్ చేస్తాయి అనమాట. దాంట్లో మీకు అసలు అన్బిలీవబుల్ ఒక మిసైల్లో వెళ్తున్నట్టు ఫీలింగ్ అనేది కొద్ది సెకండ్స్ అనిపిస్తాయి, భయం కూడా అనిపిస్తుంది, కానీ కంప్లీట్లీ సేఫ్ అనమాట. కంట్రోల్ అనేది బేవర్చంగా ఉంటుంది. సో థ్యాంక్స్ టు మహావీర్ AMG పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ సెంటర్ for giving me, Mercedes, Mahavir Mercedes, for giving me this opportunity to give you a glimpse of what the Maybach Lexi stands up for, and we will conclude it with the short vlog, and then maybe show you the interior a little bit once we stop in the parking lot. So guys, we are in this amazing luxurious cabin of the EQS Maybach, and you can see the mood lighting changing. It's dark and it's far more evident now, and it is quite evident during the daytime as well, and it has different light modes for you, and boy, it sure does lift your mood at the end of the day. And then of course the dash, I mean the speedo console, has multiple layouts, user interface, and yeah, you can switch between Maybach and Sport and Understated. I would prefer Sport. This is how Sport looks, but then you can also go back and switch to Maybach. That's the standard. And then of course this massive MBUX screen is so huge, the entire dash is lit up. And then of course you can get into dynamic select or shortcuts right over here, wireless charging bay right over here, type C charging right over here, cup holders right over here, and then of course you have the dedicated button to get into the settings. Here you have vehicle, you have the sound experience, the comfort, let me just focus is that it doesn't lose focus, okay, and occupant protection, dynamic select. So once you're in dynamic select, as I told you, you have drive that you can change. You can change to change the way the suspension is damped. You change the way the steering weighs, whether it's you want it lightweight or slightly heavier, and you can change the ESP intervention, electronic stability program. You want it to be a little more interventional or reduce its intervention. And then of course you can change the modes right here, from comfort to eco to off-road, I think so, dirt road. And as I told you, once you switch to comfort, the suspension, engine map, and everything changes right over here. And then in sport, everything changes to sport: engine map, suspension, steering sensitivity, and electronic stability program. And similarly the individual mode, where you can actually go ahead and customize each of these. Then you have lights, you have system. I can keep going on and on. It's like a brain that's setting things up for you, and it's brilliant. You have ADAS as well, calculate while you're driving, and active steering assist will keep you in the lane, and then down speed regulation. Yeah, so you can see we are it's quite dark. You have a boundary limit mentioned right over here. Here you have different angle views: diagonal, rear diagonal, front. This is top view, and this is rear view, front view and rear view. And of course then once you're in diagonal mode, you can actually select and see what's happening around you, see the real world scenario, and that gives you and the boundary as to how close they can come. And once they come too closer, it starts giving you the alarm to be alert. And you have parking assistance, memory park assistant, like it's loaded with pampering features beyond imagination. Let's switch to drive mode and get back to home, and this is the map for you. So this is just a quick overview of the user interface, and it looks so damn premium, and the sound system like takes you to a different realm altogether.